Hi, it's Sarah from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick tip. And my tip today is about combining ribbons. And this week I've been using this Real Red and Burlap ribbon combo pack, and I've actually used them in combination with each other for the two cards that I've already shared. And of course you can use them individually. But the other thing that you can do is combine them with other ribbons, and that's what I'm going to do today. So whilst this doesn't come as a combo pack, I'm actually going to combine this Real Red ribbon from the combo pack with this Tahitian Tide metallic ribbon that we've got, metallic woven ribbon. And we're going to do that in a particular way. So this is why I've already got the card pretty much set up. I've got my card layers. We've got Tahitian Tide card base in a landscape A6 configuration. And then I've got a card front layer of Real Red. I've already stamped this with my framed florets sentiment, and I've already prepared a little addition that I'm going to pop in that corner. And I actually cheated. I couldn't find my Real Red blends, so I've actually used the Dark Poppy Parade. And don't be afraid to mix your colours, whether it's reds, blues, greens. This is actually light Granny Apple Green, and this is the Dark Poppy Parade. And the dark, because the blends come in a light and a dark, they can actually work with different colours than you would possibly expect. So this Dark Poppy Parade isn't so very far away from the Real Red, and you can see that they do tone quite nicely together. So test that out and don't be afraid to use those. So like I say, I've already stamped my sentiment in Tahitian Tide. And sorry if it's a bit windy, we've got a heavy winds coming off the sea here today that comes straight into the craft room. So all I'm going to do is now fasten my layer, the sentiment layer that I'm using, to the Real Red card front layer before we attach our ribbon. And I just want to give the ribbon a nice firm base to fix around. So we're actually going to have two layers here, and I'm just going to cut myself a piece of this Real Red, quite a long piece. I'm going to try and cut it well on the back, and I'm going to do that using tear and tape. You definitely want a dry glue for this, not a wet glue. And I do love my tear and tape for this. So I'm going to pop this on the other side, around about there. I'm obviously not measuring this, you can see. And we've got a nice long piece on here as well. So we're going to wrap this around. And I probably should have fetched my silicone sheet. That would have been a good idea. A silicone sheet means that you can rest adhesive backed pieces onto it without getting stuck. It's not going to stick down. Right, so I'm just going to fasten that piece on there, because I don't know where the silicone sheet is right at the moment. I'll manage as I am. So I'm going to start off using my take a pick tool to get the backing off here, and I just want to make sure that that is on nice and straight. Let's double check that. That looks good. And now we're going to fasten on, and you'll notice that I have not stuck down behind here. And that's really important for this one. Normally, if you want to stick it down, that's no bother. But with this particular idea, we can't do that. Now I'm going to pop this just at a bit of an angle, like this, and pop my ribbon over. And then I am going to trim it. I'm going to give myself a good amount to work with here. And what we're going to do is basically just weave this ribbon around the one that we've already got, and you might just need to flip it over to keep things tidy. There we go. And you can do this as many times as you want. You can go for a nice tight weave or an open weave. When I say weave, we're just, there we go. We're going to, it will sort of tell you, if you like, if you're doing it too tight. But we're going to wrap it round several times, and this is where you just have to be careful because it sometimes flips over, and we want it keeping nice and flat. And you're going to, and you might want to pop some tape or something behind once you're done, but obviously you can't do it while we're weaving. So, like I say, you can do this. You could do it even with two ribbons of the same width, but I think it looks especially nice to mix up the ribbons, and nice to mix up the kind of textures of them as well. So we could have done the ribbon combo and wrapped the red around the burlap. That would work, but that's not what I wanted for this particular card. So I'm just going to do, I think, probably another one, and we just need to be a bit careful here because they're getting a bit, okay, maybe one more actually. And then as you can see, we're spreading them out. And there we go. So I'm going to take this now around the back and secure it, and then we'll get things fixed on the front. So let me just double check. I really want that to go that way, and I just need to loosen this off just a touch. So we're going to pop this on like this. Sorry if I'm going a bit quiet. Concentration is important with this one. Right, so we've got this, and if that is not quite tight enough there, actually I don't think it's going to be too bad once we spread these out. So you can see that we need to just spread these out a little bit like this, and I might just still need to tighten that one just a little bit, and you can actually just lift it up from the tear and tape and then put it back down. Just trim that end there, and that's tightened it a little bit. That's going off the edge a little bit, and it is down there. So we just want to keep these, the trick is keeping them even. And what I'm going to do is use my mini glue dots to anchor these behind. So I'm just going to fold them up a little bit and then tuck them under and press them down. And it's not perfect. It won't necessarily keep them exactly where I want them, but it's not bad. It's better than not having them, I would say. So, like I say, just pop the little glue dot behind and just arrange the ribbon. So there we have just another way of combining your ribbons. and you, like I say, you might just want to faff a little bit more with them to get them working. So now we're going to put this onto our card front when I can get the tape runner working. There we are. And pop a little bit there, like that. So I want my card base, my Tahitian tied card base. So you can see the Tahitian tie ties in with the card base and with the sentiment that we've stamped. And then I'm simply going to pop up with dimensionals, full size ones, my already cut and coloured piece here. And of course these woven metallic ribbons come in all of the in colours, and I just want that corner piece to go around that way like that. And I possibly want some gems, so I'll go looking for my gems to finish that card off. But what I really wanted to show you, the quick tip, was the wound ribbon. So being able to mix a combination of two different ribbons and have them work together like that. So I hope that gives you another idea, a little tip for today. Please do subscribe to my channel below to see a quick tip every Friday and a quick card every Monday. Thanks for stopping by.